Yes, that has been the talking point the last 24 hours. Love and the PGA Tour and the DP Tour all coming together, and there has been a flood of posts, memes, and interviews and comments on the social media networks, even our groups, where I got a lot of content this week to push the show along, which is much appreciated. So thanks for everybody who shares the golf content. Boys, yes, hello, welcome. We have Donnie, we have Flicky, we have Paul with us. Hello, everybody. How are we doing today?
Yeah, all good, all good. It's I've got a house full of sick people, but other than that, ons hou die blinkkant bo.
Yeah, I hope everybody can hear everybody. We've been chatting amongst ourselves for the last 15 minutes. Fricky, how's life?
Yeah, Mazza, it was a not so great week. It started with a loss against a girl in Copperleaf, so it was fun. We'll talk about that later a bit. But yeah, pretty awesome swing. Hopefully she can join Duckhook very soon. So yeah, looking forward to that. Charlize Stotter is the name.
Wait, Fricky, I think you told me something about it. Isn't she 14 or thereabouts?
No, she's a 14 handicapper.
Okay. Okay, sorry, then I misheard. But it's like that's still bad, losing to a girl.
Yeah, look, she smashed us. We actually played a tee game here in Gerard, so yeah, we've got one loss against.
Ouch.
Paul, welcome back for the second time in a row. We weren't on last week. We took a bit of a break. Us guys are busy. We need a bit of a break. But Paul's back. Thanks for joining us.
Pleasure.
I hope you have plenty to insult the other two about.
I've got lots to insult Fricky with all the time. You know that.
Yes.
Funny.
So let's get straight into it. We've got lots to talk about. It's going to be some fun. As I said, it's a different variety of things. But we'll look back at Huddle Park and we'll look forward to Reading. That is this weekend, the start of the June month. Thanks for everybody who's watching. Nice and early Gerard Snyman, who is actually supposed to be on with us today. So I'm going to get him on maybe next week. We'll see, Mr. Snyman. But at least thanks for watching. Peter Zach just popped up on my screen. Hello, Peter. Hansi. Hello, Sadel. Hello, Ian. Hello, Ian, Brian, and so on and so on. As always, give us your comments as we go. But let me remind you, first of all, what is coming up in June. Here we go. This is what's coming up in June. If you didn't know, June, we started Reading, 11th of June, which is now, this Sunday. Then Pretoria Country Club, the much-loved and anticipated Pretoria Country Club, where we really have to bring out all the stops to try and compete on the 22nd of June, and then Centurion on the 25th. So we've got 2 games in a couple of days. It's going to be interesting, but we'll get it done. And then, knowing that this is the final qualifying round for the Open, we move to the Open at the Botswana. Yes, for the first time ever, a major on a Sunday, the 2nd of July, giving more people the opportunity to make it. And we have a bit of a prize pool to play for. The champion will walk away with 3,000 credits, the runner-up 1,000, third 5, fourth 3, fifth 200. So we have something to play for. And a wedge from Cleveland. You'll be at the beginning. For those of you who don't know about the Duckhook show, and I'm not sure about Fricky, but Donnie, do you remember the roots and the beginning of the Duckhook show?
Sure. Yes, I do. We actually started at your place that was still there next to sort of Kyalami side. That we actually still went there and we did there we go.
There we go. Can you believe this is before technology became what it is today, and I could just Skype everybody in. But before we had other technology, and we had to all be in the same place. We had cameras set up everywhere. We had a mixing desk. We did a couple of shows like this, but it was a bit of a mission.
Check how Green looks. He's very prim and proper, eh?
Look at him.
Slim.
Look at me, even me.
Slim there.
So for those who don't know how it all started, that's how it all started. I was trying to check how long ago that was, and I'm not too sure. That might have been like 5 years or so.
Sure, yeah, I was still working for
something like that.
Yeah, I was still working for Titleist. So I think it was like the 2nd or 3rd year. So that's it's almost 5, could be 5, 6 years ago.
We always try to entertain. And
let's give it 5 minutes, and Cobus will message and say exactly what day it was as well.
Yes. So Cobus, you're watching. Cobus was there, though. Put it in.
Well, Cobus was part of the show as well, there at the behind the scenes at a stage.
Yeah, I think it was Cobus and Schoonby, wasn't it?
Yes, that is correct. We like to do the which course. This one you should get immediately. Which is this course? Do we know? It's green.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes, we've got one yes. Fricky and Donnie are not very good at
so,
this.
yes. I think so, yes.
Yes. Donnie?
I'm hitting a blank.
Yeah, okay, I'm going to give everybody, because this is, we've got
Oh, wait,
two
okay,
courses.
I know.
I'm going to give everybody 2 minutes to put your answers down, and if you get it right, you win 1 million credits. Fricky just
Zimbabwean
died.
dollars.
Ricky's mind. Oh, no. Okay. The other thing I want to talk about, and this is before we get to Huddle, is somebody posted this in one of our groups. I don't know where. The golf rankings 25 years ago, my friends, which was 1998. Can you believe it? Is that far behind? Ernie Els was number 1 in the world. Tiger Woods was number 2 in the world. Now, this would have been before Tiger totally exploded. Davis number 3rd. Greg Norman, Colin Montgomery, Justin Leonard, David Duval, Phil Mickelson, Nick Price, Tom Neiman. There's a few guys still going at it, but can you believe it? 25 years later, here we sit. Old Ernie's on the seniors tour, and so many of the others. Donnie, what were you? How old and what were you doing in 1998?
1998, I think I was in Standard 8, if I'm correct. So,
Standard 8?
So yeah, that was grade 10, I think. So yeah,
Sure.
that's a few years ago. I think that's almost roughly the year that I think I started
Lost your
golf in
virginity.
Standard 7. No, not that. No, I think I started playing golf the year before that. So yeah.
Fricky,
Interesting.
you lost your virginity then? Where
No,
were you?
never. No, I was still thinking that golf was a sort of a moffy sport. So so I was still in fitness and all that kind of stuff. So it was
Paulie?
it was grade 11. Yeah.
What were you? You older? You were about 10 years older than I am. Where were you in the world?
I was back in Wales. Just chilling that side of the world. Back and forth going skiing and to Spain and crap like that in the summer. Yeah, I was 28, I think then.
Wow.
27, 28 then. So.
And for those of you who don't know Paulie that well, Paul, tell us how good you were at skiing.
It wasn't bad. I could ski a little bit. Did quite a lot through Europe and stuff like that. So, yeah, it was good. I started in school long time ago, before Donnie was born, I think.
Yes. Before I show the guys what they looked like back then, I just want to remind you of what else happened 25 years ago. The launch of the International Space Station was on the 20th of November. The first components of the space station went up to start making it, right? The launch of Viagra, Paul, in March. The FDA approved the use of Viagra.
No need for that shit.
It's so long ago. The Lewinsky scandal, Fricky, happened.
Yes.
Bill Clinton affair with Monica Lewinsky linked to a major political scandal. What? There's always a scandal in America. That gripped the nation. Interesting. I got more.
Bill's famous again.
I wonder if Bill needed the Viagra. It was a good year for it to come out. The FIFA World Cup in France in 1998 took place. France victory over Brazil in the final. The launch of the euro currency on the 1st, 1999, so it's close enough. Wow. The launch of the iMac. Apple introduced the iMac, a groundbreaking all-in-one computer, in August 1998, revitalizing the company's brand and setting a stage for future technology innovation. So, yes, if I made you feel old, that was the plan. Who would like to see what Donnie looks like?
That Paul was, sorry, Mazzo. Remember, Paul was 28 years old 25 years ago. I'm just saying. I'm not feeling old at this stage.
Sure. I was going to get Barrington and ask him and say, where's your picture from 25 years ago? But we would have got someone in nappies. Wouldn't have helped. Okay. Who wants to see Donnie around that time?
Yeah, okay, let's go.
No, please.
I got it here somewhere. What happened to it?
It's deleted.
Here it is.
Did Donnie have a boop?
Deleted.
25 years. I said 25-ish years ago. There's Donnie.
This is Donnie.
A chess player.
No, I think he was something in the priesthood carrying. Talk us through it, Donnie.
Yeah, no, it's just basically when Maz asked me for the photos, that's the two that I could get in a very short space of time.
Yep.
So the one on the left is actually 1997. Like I said, I started golf that year. And then, the one on the right is my matric matric photo is like being captain of the chess team. So
You
yeah.
go, Johnny. Who would have thought? Donnie's a chess master. I'm sure you loved that series. What was it called? Queen's Gambit.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's like
all the moves.
Who wants to... Now, you won't believe Frikkie. People, if you want to see Frikkie, you're going to fall over. So you might want to take a screen grab of this quickly. Are you ready? Look at this for us, Oak.
Yes.
Frikkie.
Look at Frikkie. What happened? You look just... And your son looks just like you on the
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
All I can say, Frikkie, don't forget legs day.
Yeah, no, whatever.
Frikkie is like, I think from there to now, it's like you've changed your 6-pack to a 6-pack brandy and Coke or rum and Coke.
Listen, like I said, at that stage it was fitness and now it's golf and beer. So, yeah. But hashtag also chess player. I don't know. Mazza, did you show, Donnie, did you pick up that I also had a chess shirt on?
Yeah, I saw that.
Just saying,
saw that.
Great call.
Big
I
in the
used to
day.
play chess.
I also
There we
played
go.
chess in my school days. I wasn't too bad. Paul, I'm surprised they had cameras. But here's yours. This is what he sent me. So he sent me a couple, which some of them I couldn't see Paul because there's a group of people. But I saw Paul in this picture. Look at Paul on the right. Hairy arms and all.
Looks like Dolly Parton there.
You go, Paulie.
It took hours to get looking like that.
Yes, so that is what everybody looked like.
No, Mazza, where's you? Come.
Well, I didn't get one of me.
Yeah. I'm sure there must be a Mazza there. With hair or so, eh?
Would you like to see Mazzo with hair?
Yeah.
Let's see that.
What do you call that? A cave?
A cave, yeah.
You look like one of those guys who founded Facebook, not Zuckerman, that blonde preppy guy.
Okay, I'll take that.
The one that took them all to court.
Okay. Yes. Okay. So that is what it looked like. I wish I could. You guys must share your pictures. I can't put them up here, but maybe I can show them on the next show what the guys looked like when they were babies. That course, here it is. There is a couple of right answers. Let's all go for it.
Reading.
I think it's Reading, eh?
Correct.
Yeah. Reading.
Interesting. Reading. Eddie Ivans. Thanks for watching, Eddie. You've got it right. Gerrit Snowman's got it right. And there's the only two so far that have.
There's my
That's
hole
2
in one
million
hole.
credits now.
What?
Is that now 2 million credits?
No, not yet. Maybe by the end of the show. Okay, let us get into Huddle quickly, because Huddle was in the past. It feels like forever ago. All I heard, because I didn't play, was the greens was so the pin positions, etc., etc. So let's somebody can tell me the story about that, and then let's rate the course. I want to get a rating out of it. So who wants to tell us about the pin positions on a couple of holes that made it very difficult?
Go for it.
Let me start on this one first. Sorry.
I want to elaborate with Frikkie on this as well.
Okay, so at first, when we got to the 6th hole, it was a bit challenging, meaning that you putt, you stop next to the hole, and it rolls back off the green. So there was quite a few 3-putts. I thought it was quite fun. Then the 11th came, and I think there was a couple of two other holes as well. And it wasn't that funny in the end. But it was good fun the first hole, but the other parts not so lekker. Eh? Quick greens and very difficult places.
Okay, Don.
Yeah. So when I got to the golf course, so David Melbourne was standing on his motorcycle there, and I went to go greet him, and he says to me, his greenkeeper made a big mistake today. There's some of the pins that's not USGA conforming and everything, and he needs to go out, but he can't change them and all this stuff. So I'm like, okay, considering it's like we know Huddle normally has got slowish greens, I'm like, okay. And get to the first hole, and it's a sneaky pin there. It's like I thought I hit the putt short like I normally do 90% of the time, and there the ball goes almost off the green, and I'm like, okay, nice. And I thought, okay, this is a change. And like Frikkie said, hole number 6, that was a bit of a shocker, I must say. For me, that pin is illegal. Same I feel for 9, because 9 is like if you miss the ball just below the hole, you went off the green. It doesn't matter how soft you hit it. Strangely enough,
the game.
Yeah, strangely enough, 11 I know a lot of guys said 11 was difficult, and I can see why. Because if you were short right and you just hit it short of the hole, you would run down the left. But I was fortunate enough. I hit it in the bunker left and actually played out right. So 11 wasn't difficult. But yeah, no, I think that it was good to see the greens quick. I think I really enjoyed the pace of the green. I just think there was those 3-4 holes where the pin placements just could have been just a little bit more on a flatter spot.
There's a lot of noise for 3-hole placements. Yes, Paul.
So 11, I had about 4 foot for birdie up the hill, coming straight over the bunker. So I'm thinking, okay, this is a nice, easy one. I literally just missed it on the right-hand side of the hole. It went back around the hole, and then I had 3 foot longer for a par putt back up the same distance.
Sure.
Yes,
Nine cost me the game, basically, because I didn't realize I was in it until I got there. And I know I needed a par to get to evens, and which would have put me in the clubhouse lead. So I just got to the edge of the green. I chipped for eagle, literally just missed it. It stops by the hole. I'm walking towards the green, and then it just carries on going down, and off the green. So now I've got to putt back up to do it.
Wow. You see, man, the big thing is like, if you're standing next to the hole and you just drop a ball, the ball is like, to fall under like, USGA standards and stuff. I think it's 3 foot. The ball is not allowed to roll down a slope more than that. It's either 3 or 4 foot. But the thing is, if it's more than that, that's when it starts getting like bad pins. So,
but you know what? It made it interesting and it made it fun. I mean, last year it was -9 winning it. This year was what, -1.
Yeah.
You see the difference in it straight away. And that I sent a little message to Dave Melman earlier in the week, and I said, listen, just play it, set it up tough, set it up fast, and set it up at the back. I didn't think he was going to go.
You know what it was practice for? It's practice for Pretoria Country Club. Let's not forget. Because we're going to expect the same thing there. So if you're a putter of note, then you need to play that Thursday game. Okay, let's get into it. Peter Zach says, if you were above the hole, there was no chance, with a couple of exclamation marks. Yanni Fent says, Donnie 11 was P. And Ian says, Huddle Park Greens, 0.1 out of 10. Sure.
That's a guy who can't putt then, obviously.
Yes. Sorry.
I wonder if you threw a club there.
Sorry,
I think so,
let us just catch up with what actually happened. Francois Kruger, well done, joined us this year. He played one game last year to see what
and this is a falsie, Maz. This graphic is wrong, eh?
You're supposed to be above, yes, I know. I know, but don't worry, the ranking points have been allocated properly.
Yes.
But at the end of the day, that's the only thing that mattered, was that you got more more credits than
exactly.
So Francois, there you go, well done. There's a victory on -1. Barrett, well done, +1. Gary, Donnie is up there. It's always going to suit the lower handicappers if it was so difficult. Edward, playing well. All I know is he's doing a lot of practice. And there is. So that's what the top 10 looked like. I'm going to play you the video of the guys who did a comment for us and told us what their day entailed. So here it goes.
Hi, Francois. Today at Huddle, Sunday 2. You beat the whole field today with 1 under. You played very well today. Tell us a little about your game. What was the highlights?
It has been a hard game today. The driver helped especially today. Getting a long range on the course was good because the greenkeeper got us on the big end. He adjusted the greens to a very bad point. I can say most of the Oaks won the Oaks number, but it's been a good day. A few chip shots that I would have done better, but also it's been a good day. And the course has been very well maintained and it's working well.
Oh, great. And now you've qualified for the major. You're looking forward to that?
I'm looking forward to it. I'm ready. I'm ready to prepare for it as well, so yeah.
Paulie, dark and lovely, Huddle Park. It looks like a second place at this stage, at least a top 5. How did the game go?
Well, the game went well. Look, I like Huddle Park. They set it up nice. It was very tough. Pins in crazy positions, quick. Didn't start so well, but then I carried on, and in the back line I came back a couple of pars and just played quite consistently. Played match play as well, which helped because it just sort of I was concentrating there, so I didn't look at the leaderboard.
Yeah.
And I managed to win that, and then it was like, shit, I'm up there. So yeah,
Lekker.
Nice. I enjoyed it.
Obviously going on to the last hole, knowing that you're thereabouts.
I knew I needed par, would have got me evens, which was leading at the time.
and I had an eagle chip, and I literally lipped the eagle chip, and then I lipped the birdie coming back up, so I got the par, which is what I was going for, but it could have been an eagle, so I could have finished like -2, -3 there. So.
G-Man, it looks like a third place, top 5. How'd the game go, dude?
Very well. I was quite relaxed, besides the circumstances. But I'm happy. My game picked up. It's about time. Missed a couple of short ones, and the last hole cost me. But yeah, overall I'm very happy.
Yeah. Apparently on the last hole, Leon told you that with your second approach, you almost got an eagle, past the hole, lipped. Yeah?
I had 204 in, played my 3-wood, and they told us it lipped, and then unfortunately I 3-putted it, which actually cost me number 1 spot.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm happy.
Game plus 1, hoe het gaan?
Dit was baie lekker geweest. Ja, ek het goed gedryf. Ysers was great. Ek moet sê die penne was op baie moeilike plekke. Ek dink almal het maar 'n bietjie gesukkel, maar ek het hier en daar 'n pad gemaak wat ek baie getal het, en maar ja, game is op die regte pad, en yes, ja, ek kom al nader.
Lekker. So now in English, Barend, obviously getting +1, the A division winner today as well, and then overall 4th place. Yeah?
I think this is my first 4th place on a Sunday, which is actually very good for me. And very proud of the A division prize. Wasn't expecting it, but yeah, great prize. I really enjoyed it. Company once again was amazing, and looking forward to the next event.
It was good. I think what helped me quite a bit today was my short game. So pitching, getting onto the green, chipping onto the green. Putting wasn't too bad. The greens was, let's not talk about that. But other than that, overall, I would like really contribute my game to my short game.
Okay, man.
I've been spending time on it, and it really showed today.
Couple of top 5 finishes this year so far. How's your standings looking at the stage?
I think with my top 5 today, I'm probably going to be in top 10 or for the standings for Sunday League 2. Hoping to be in the Open, so that is what I'm pushing for.
There we go. He's right on both accounts. He is in the top 10, and he's probably qualified for the Open. On the comment line, I saw Francois Kruger jumped on and says, "Come on, it wasn't that bad." The winner, and he's got his glasses on his profile pic. I was actually saying to Frick, I've never seen Francois without his windshield wipers on. So, nice eyes, Francois. Ruben, hello, and yes, hello everybody else. You heard Byron talk about, or Fricky mention, the A and B division. I thought let's just throw that in there as a side game so we can actually break it up. So it was handicaps 10 down to 0 or further, and B division 11 and up. So this is what it actually looked like. Don't read too much into this. You know, it was just to see where it goes. But there was a prize for the boys. Byron Knutzer, as you saw, +1. Would have won the A division. Then Donnie, well done, second. Henry, I didn't realize he plays over 8. Very unassuming, you know, when he goes around. Bobby, Flicky, you there? Vickers, Parrot, Jan, Lyle, Donna, and Jean Swanepoel. So well done to the A division boys. And the B division guys, if you wanted to see that, well, obviously, Francois won the B division. Gerard Sneeman, Paul Ricketts, well done, Paul. So it's the top 3, basically, representing the B division, came in the top 3. And Gary Mansfield, Rayhard, Edward, Glenn Williams. Well done, Glenn Williams. That's probably, you won't see his name too often in the top 10, but there it is. Glenn Williams.
What was the worst score of the day? It was +20 something, was it?
I have no idea. Not a clue.
It was a lot.
Yeah.
It was a lot. The pins on the day. This is who won the pins.
Yeah, let me do the pins, Mazzo. So par 3 third, golf for 8 was a PJ Hammond. And then the Airstone prize for Mitchell. We played a team game against him. So yeah, lucky to have that one. He did 3-putt that one. Then par 5 14th. I think that's the closest to 2.
Where was it?
I think it was about 7 meters to the left.
So he got it then too?
Yeah, he got it then too.
Oh,
yes,
brilliant.
on the green, 7 meters left.
Well done.
And then Connie getting the par 3 17th, the Strixon towel.
Nice. That's the second time
She was
won
very
a
happy though, I must say.
Hey, when she played at Jackal Creek, as you can see, very curvy there. when we played at Jackal Creek, I think she won the same thing. So she's collecting towels.
I say.
You had
Yeah.
a bit of a tough game there, Fricky, in your match play.
Look, it was tough. The score doesn't say that much. I think it was 8 and a 6 win, but yeah, it was
Only?
nice.
Yes, did Mitchell actually turn up? Thank God.
They didn't, but I mean, then last weekend, against the Charlize, that didn't work so lekker. So that doesn't mean anything to me.
Some more stuff. Football Alliance. Well done to these guys who won the Football Alliance. Brian, Charles, Jean, Swanepoel. A whole bunch of family people there. Bit of juking maybe. Glenn Williams. Glenn is everywhere. -9, 81 points. Only 81 for a 2 scores to count, which is really low.
They only made 3 points on all 11.
You see
that
stuff, eh?
Yeah. Par 3s, let's quickly go through these. Gerard Snyman, -2, and Hansi, -2 in the par 3s, making 10 points. Very well done, boys. Paul, you did it well on the par 3s. You were also under.
Yeah, played it okay. Let's see, I enjoyed it.
Good. And then the rest of the guys, if you see your name, there it is. Nice to see who... Jomo must have had a good game. Par 4s, let's see how that breaks down. Dana was the king of the par 4s on 25 points, -3. Francois Kruger, well done, you're also there, -2. 24 points with Gerard Besaiden notes. Any of our boys? Donnie, even on the par 4s?
Yeah. Not bad for the day.
Yeah, not bad. Well done. Par 5s, let's quickly go through the par 5s, and then we are almost done with this one. Donnie, well done. You tied with 3 other guys, Henry and Sorrel on the par 5s, 10 points. I see a little 4-pointer there. What does that mean?
That was when I had a hot streak on the back 9. Made an eagle on hole number 16 at a driver 7-wood. Yeah,
And that's a long hole.
Yeah, I had driver 7-wood in, and I was just off on the left, and actually putted it in from there. So yeah.
Well done.
Nice.
Paul, you're also up there, also under. So you went under on the par 5s, under on the par 3s, and then the par 4s cost you a little bit.
Yep.
Nice to see Connie up
The
there.
T-boss.
What does it all mean? This is what the standings look now in Sunday Series 2. This might differ slightly from what was posted on Facebook. There was an audit done and 1 or 2 little changes needed to be made. But Leon Duplessis is now leading Sunday Series 2. He'll be very surprised with that on 111 points. He's actually got a bit of a lead. 12, 5, 11, 3, and now position number 1. Louis Jordan, a few points back. Clint Britters has dropped from first to second. Richard Stewart, 7th to 4th. Martin Tata has also dropped 2 places, but is still in the top 5. And within striking distance, it just takes one good game, shoot a 42 points, and it changes your whole season. Jaco Jacobs tied 6th with Gary Mansfield on 103. And then Graham and Eddie tied 8th on 102. And then Fricky needs to do some work. You're 10 points behind. Can you shoot another 42? According to the odds, no, you can't. So
we'll see.
We'll see. Player of the season. This is what it looks like, people. Player of the season. Going into June, Stefan Enrit on average is still leading on an average of 212. He is playing at Reading, so this could change. Mark Borrachero is second. We'll have to wait for Pretoria Country Club to see his average change. And low, Gerard Gerber is now 4th, and Grant jumped quite a bit. If you look at Grant's trajectory, he was 131st, then 11th, then 16th, and 20th, and then 5th. So with his Challenge 500 win, haul of points took him to where he is now. Lucky Janssen still hanging on for dear life. Edwin Stolz moving to Cape Town in August. So unfortunately, he's going to fall away. Nico Rutz is only really playing his on the Thursday series. Managing to stay there, just playing Thursday series. And then Francois Kruger, big jump for you. Look at his bubbles: 130th, 150, 167, 181, 9.
Yeah, that's a good job.
In the top 10. Well done, Fricky. You're also making your way up. Will it be a surprise? Will Fricky catch everyone again at the end of the season?
Place your
million
bet,
credits
boys.
up for grabs
Place
if
your
you get
bets.
it right.
Coming.
And then, finally, there's 4 rounds left for the mid-season hamper, which ends, as we decided on the show, at Ibotsi. Afterwards, Grant Nell is currently leading by just over his Mikey, Gerard Gerber, Kevin Ho is up there, Edwin Stoltz, Fricky, you're up there, Stefan, Alan, Ian, Martin, and Clint. So this could be interesting. One win could change the whole face of what's happening here. Okay.
So true.
Donnie was
So
jy?
true.
Ek weet nie.
I'm giving you guys a chance this year.
Is that what it is? I know after the 6th month, Donnie starts climbing the ladder. So I've seen it before.
It'll be interesting. It will be interesting.
Donnie told me he's not interested in it anymore. He wants to give Fricky more of a chance.
I've had enough.
All right. Now that I've checked while you guys were going and some of the comments, I wanted to show you this. I thought this might be interesting. The cost to play of the courses of the top 10 ranked courses in South Africa. Are you ready? Well, here
Yeah.
it is. Oh, this is the wrong way around. Let's start on the number 1. Leopard Creek.
Sure.
And you have to stay in a lodge and play with the... I think you need to... Yeah, you have to stay there. 5,750 Rand to play Leopard Creek. The Lynx Fan Court is 5,000 Rand, and you have to be a Fan Court Hotel guest, right? So, Fricky can sponsor us next time we're going down there. Pearl Valley, 2,595 Rand. That's a visitor, so that's what they rush all the poor Germans that rock up here in Cape Town. But if you're affiliated like us normal people, it's 1,000 Rand less. Like what? St. Francis Lynx, 895. Remember, St. Francis is ranked number 4. Ranked number 5 is Montague Fan Court, 1,155 Fan Court Hotel. Wow. Not the cheapest, boys.
Nope.
Yeah, I'm just sad, Mazza, if I can just quickly come in here. I hope my wife doesn't check this because now she will know how much we spend on golf.
Yeah. Blair Athol is 1,600. This includes cars and dinner. Arabella, 1,535 for visitors, 900 affiliated. Glendower, I think that's a bit of an exaggeration. That might be weekend.
Yeah.
Because I don't think you pay that during the week. It's more like 480 Rand.
Yeah.
Umud, and then Elements. Top 10.
Yes, it's Elements in the top 10 course.
Yeah, can you believe that? Something to look forward to tour. So that I thought was interesting. Which course is this? There is a C.
Yeah. I think I might know.
Okay, so we've got one. The other two?
No, I don't have a clue.
Not a kick and clue. Fricky?
I don't know if I should take a guess, so I'm rather going to say no.
Okay, we'll come back to you. So if you know this, another 1,000,000 credits up for grabs. Yay. Somebody's going to be very rich. Before we move on. Donnie, I want to know something.
Yes.
Why? Where is this thing? Why is this putter so expensive? £6,000. Do you know how much money that is?
Yeah, no, that's yeah. So the one thing about Scotty Cameron putters that everybody won't know is that any putter that's got, if you look at the bottom of that sole, you can see there's a red T. It's called a circle T putter. So Scotty Cameron only designs circle T putters for tour players.
Oh.
It's not designed for general public.
Okay.
So only your tour players can get circle T putters. And so most probably it's somebody that got one and that's decided to sell it. Which just another story that happened here in South Africa is that while I was working for Titleist South Africa, there was a tour player that actually got a circle T putter and he sold it to a friend.
Yeah.
And the guy posted a picture of it, and it got through to the management that looks after the tour players. And that guy lost his sponsorship.
Really? Interesting.
Yeah.
So what are you trying to say? It's like wearing a green jacket when you didn't win the Masters.
That's precisely it. So the thing is, it's like they're very strict on that. So, when you look at circle T putters, the rules are that when you get a circle T putter, you're not allowed to give it. It's like to anybody or sell it or anything. It's just yours, and it's a very exclusive putter. If you've got one and you're not a tour pro, you got it in a very suspicious way.
I have a question. Does this include Sunshine Tour pros?
Yeah, no, there were Sunshine Tour players that gets it. So the thing is, unfortunately, is like while I was working for Titleist, there was putters, Circle T putters sold to Pro Shop or Golfers Club, as trade-in putters, and it came out.
Golf Hub, I'm sure.
So the South African guys can get it. It's not as severe or as many as what you would get in the PGA Tour, but yeah.
And then it got me thinking, what weird putters are out there? Well, here's one of them. This is an odd-looking thing.
Yowzer.
Yowzer, exactly. It's not far from the putter you're using. You've got bullet or missile thingies at the back of yours. I don't know if you have it, but you must see his.
No, that's a weird one. I'll be honest.
What about this? This looks pretty cool.
That's like a bobsleigh.
Yeah. That's weird.
Frikkie, I think that can work for you.
And what about a stubby? Like, what the hell is that?
I've seen this before.
I've actually putted with that. It's an interesting one.
We've got Frikkie's multi-purpose putter.
What? Which one is this?
Yeah, it's this sex toy. I don't know what happens with that thing at the back there. It's polished quite well. But I don't know what, Frikkie, you need to keep that at home. You can't bring that on the course.
Listen, I want that one.
It's very greasy.
I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do. Right, boys, we've got Reading this weekend. Yes, we're back with Reading. So let's go through a couple of things. This is what the standings look like. Werner Lebowski is leading on 147 points, and in Frikkie's massive jump with his win at Krugersdorp is now 3 points behind him. Frikkie's trajectory, 58, 63, 16, 9, 2. And there he is, sitting at number 2. And hello, Peter Zakaria drops from the top position, but he's not far behind. Well, he is now. Russell Van has pulled out a bit of a lead here. Vickers Lee. But, wait, I'm trying to think. One of the players have already missed one. So if they miss, or if they do badly again, they fall out. But I can't remember who that was. Vickers Lee tied 5th with Stefan, Louis Gerber, and Graham de Villiers are on 137, 10 points behind. And Vaughan and Jason, 136. So it looks like Sunday Series 1 is a bit of a gap and a lot to do to catch the current leader. This is what the pins look like. Let me just show you what the pins look like. Par 3, 6. Remember, everybody, it's always there. No, it's the 5th. 6? 5th. 5th. It's a 5th hole, sorry. So it's a par 3, 5th, this hole.
Yeah.
Okay, over the water. Par 3, 15th is also over the water on the backside. And the closest in 2 will be the 4th, the 17th, which is almost drivable for some. So that will be the closest in 2. Let's have a look at the tee sheet so long. Starting lovely, letting us start at 10 past 11. So thank you, Donovan Main and his crew at Reading for putting us a bit earlier. Donnie, you're off first. Saul Steyn, Adam Ford, and Brian Owen will go off with you. We've got a couple of team games happening. Louis Gerber, Jaco de Kok, Dana Peramol, and Pranay are taking each other on. Werner Lebowski, Martin Tata, Dave van Rensburg, and Jean-Louis du Toit taking each other on. Gerard Snyman is finally playing Grant now. And Keith, Edwin, Peter, and Richard. And then the last 4 balls at 12-16. So there's absolutely no excuse not to finish this thing. Let's look at the 10th. There's a couple more. Steve Saunders plays Robert Michael. This is going to be interesting. That's going to be interesting because basically Steve needs to beat Robert by like 4 to go through. Then
that's going to be a long day then.
I'm playing a singles game against Stefan Lombard. I think Kevin Ho and Neville play PJ and Wayne. And Gerard plays Regat. There's 2 spots left. So let's fill this up, boys. Let's fill this up. The player pack will be going out soon. I forgot to ask you, what is the rating of Huddle Park?
7.
7 out of 10?
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
The fairways let it down, that's all, but the greens and everything else was good.
Yeah, it's like I will agree. I would sort of go 7.5. I still think they can do a lot more with their bunkers. I think that's one of the bad spots of Huddle. But like I enjoy quick greens. So for me the green speed was good. Pin positions were a little bit dodgy, but like I said, the green speed was really. I
And you're
enjoyed
still giving it a 7.5. Yeah, you guys will never make it onto the people who review golf courses.
Yeah, but that's the only two things: is the pin positions and basically the bunkers that I could fault. The rest of the course was actually pretty decent. Obviously, there was a couple of drainage issues, but it was still green, which was nice. So I would give it 7.5.
Okay. The guys on the line, let us know what you think. Halsey will not give it a 7.5. That is for sure. Fricky, what are you going to give it?
Yeah, no, Mazo. Look, it was a lekker day out. Course was okay. I can badmouth a lot of things. I'm not going to, but I'll give it a 6. I wasn't too impressed, personally.
How was it halfway? Was it slow? Did people do their thing?
Yeah, it was definitely slow. We started slow, obviously, and then, the commentary that came out, it wasn't their fault, and this is how it is. It was communicated, blah, 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 all that kind of stuff. And, so the whole day basically started on the wrong foot. So, but yeah, look, good conditions, but yeah, the whole package, 6 for me.
Yeah, it's a thing with Sunday. So maybe Huddle needs to move to a Thursday where this won't happen with the bottlenecks and so on and so on.
Yeah, I mean, we had four balls basically ending in a dark, second time in a row. So, I mean, it's a problem.
It's like Wanderers as well, though. We had that at Wanderers.
Yeah, but the thing is, we kind of played for this, in the sense that we planned not to get to that point. And then we got to that point because of outside conditions.
Yeah, I Fricky, I agree with you there. I think there's just something that they're missing in the pro shop side, not to be bluntly there, but the thing is, when I spoke to the one guy, I said, no, it's like they've got a booking app and people booking online and this and that. But if you've got a group in the afternoon, surely you can book off some times to say, you know what, if I don't do this, I'm going to lose 60 odd players for the future if I don't block off maybe 1 or 2 times ahead of them. Yeah. So yeah, I agree with you. It's like that was, we got to the tee box just before tee off time, and we waited for 2 4-balls to tee off before us.
Yeah. But that's they also had a better ball league in the morning as well. So they opened it up to the public. They had a better ball league, and then us. I mean, that's just poor. You're right. It's quite poor management, really, from the organization. But Huddle Park is the typical needs the traffic in to get the money, and that's what they cared about more than they're not a members club,
Yeah.
Yeah, but then at the end of the day, there's 4 of us randoms sitting or talking about it and not happy. So, that's what you're trying to avoid. Let's be honest.
But you pitch up there on Saturday, and it'll be a full field all day, morning and afternoon. So they don't really care.
Yeah, they don't. But it's okay. It is what it is. Like I said, maybe it just needs to move from one place to the next. Hansi says he'll give it a 6, maybe even a 5. Halsey says, overall, I'll give it a 5. Late start, slow halfway, dark ending. Not a winter course for Duckhook. Yes, okay. Let's just jump forward to Reading. Let me try to break Reading down. Reading is not extremely difficult, but you need to kind of be in the right places, as we always say. I haven't played there in a while, so I don't know what the greens are like. I don't know if they're fast. So if anybody's played Reading, let us know what it's like. Give us some commentary.
Usually quicker.
Yeah. What are the normal scores? I think, I remember the last time we played Reading, because it might have been a Thursday, and my partner, Grant Nell, was 8 under after like 12 holes and absolutely firing. And he was 8 under with 3 holes to go and lost.
So
You lost to Werner Potgieter, sorry. Jeez, I always do that. Werner Potgieter, who finished on -5.
Yeah, right, yeah.
So you are able to score. I think for Donnie, I think you could capitalize because that course is a little short for you.
Yeah, like obviously it's like, there's a few holes where I feel you don't have to take driver out. Because if you miscue driver in a couple of those short holes, you can get yourself into a really bad spot. So, of course, management for the better players, instead of taking drivers out, maybe hit a fairway wood or a longer iron there. But, yeah, it is a course that you can score easily. You just need to, like you said, be in the right spot, and just, I would say the first thing is, look at where the hazards are. They like their bunkers at Reading. So, just try and, if you're going to miss the green, just miss it on the side where there's no bunkers. That's
Yeah. And it's always nice to start well. And both their starting holes are not easy starting holes. That first hole through the gate, if you don't hit a good drive there, then you've got an issue with your second. And also the 10th, which I don't know if it's still the stroke one. If you don't hit a good drive there, you could basically blow out your starting hole on both sides.
Yeah, I must say 10th has given me nightmares in the past, especially, hitting a draw. You either have to take on the trees, try and draw it over. If you don't, you're in the trees. If you overcook it, you're in the sloot left. So it's like I've... sorry, in one of my dreams, I've actually dreamt that I teed off with a putter there just to get in the fairway.
Okay.
Way I'm off the tee box now, I should go with a putter.
Your little stubby, eh?
And when you get to the par 3 7th, if you did not know, have a look at that hole, because one of us on this panel has hit a hole in one on that hole.
Like a
it's not me,
Go
I
it's
Paulie.
not Donnie, and it's not this guy here.
My favorite hole on that course.
Yeah. So Mr. Ricketts has hit a hole in one on that course, or on that hole. See if we can get another one. Paul is going to a gin festival on Saturday. Right?
So it should be fun on Sunday.
Correct. This will be Paul on Sunday. Yes, Paul, that will be you on Sunday. Let me get
moves.
let me get back to that course that I said. What course is this? I had a couple of responses. This was the course. Paul?
Ubai.
Donnie?
Yeah, it's like, it's a tough one. I haven't played a lot of coastal courses, so it might be Country Club, Durban Country Club. I'm just throwing it out there.
Ricky?
I'm going to say St. Francis Links, but I don't know.
It's definitely not what Chad says. Ibotsi.
Paul, have you played Obai?
No, but I've seen lots of pictures of it.
You're wrong, because Obai looks nothing like that. There was comments. Let's just have a look. Oh, it was before the ratings. Eddie says Wild Coast Sun. It's not far from there, but it's not. Witbank Golf Club next to the Witbank Dam. Wow.
Maz's favorite, that one.
Massive policy.
Chad says Ibotsi. Yes, Chad. Ricardo Pereira says Wild Coast Sun. Brian says Port Alfred. Gerard says Durban Country Club. Ruben has also not played Obai. And then what was this last one? Humud. Yanni. Ian says South Broom. And you're all wrong.
Nobody got it.
Sandomir.
It's close to South Broom. You've been there, Paul. You went on a tour there. Come on.
No,
and
no,
you
I said it, no, Sandomir.
Correct.
Huh.
Shit.
And Ruben didn't get it. Wow.
San Lemire, my friends. San Lemire. Let's just have a look again. That is San Lemire.
I can see the tequila bar. Remember that, Ricky?
Listen, I'm not saying anything about San Lamia there. I can see that bunker.
I'm just like scrolling through all my gizmos that I've loaded onto the show, and I think we've pretty much gone through everything. All the videos, all the what. There's nothing left to say. Wow, can you believe it? Yeah, there we go.
Well, let's just finish it off, Maz. It's like we didn't actually talk about the whole live thing.
Oh, we didn't. Well done. Okay, so
What's your thoughts?
you said you did some studying, right? And then you say, how long have we been on air for? 53 minutes. So you got 2 minutes to say this. And then I'll shoot some questions your way. But yes, if you did not know, it came out yesterday. Nobody knew, not the players. The players like Rory McIlroy and Tiger Woods were also waking up to the news that they have done a merger. What does this all mean, Donnie?
Yeah, man. So obviously, I was just going through all social media accounts on it. You know, first when I saw it, I was like, yeah, hang on, here's something interesting. And so the Public Investment Fund, or the head of it, and obviously Jay Monahan and his counterpart of the DP World Tour, just decided to put all the knives aside and form a new entity for golf globally. And so obviously the way I understand it and the way I think it's going to work is basically you're going to still have your PGA Tour as a own separate entity, DP World Tour, the rest of the golf and live golf, but they collectively are going to have a panel and they're going to make decisions for the best of golfing worldwide. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. From a lot of the stuff that I read, there's a whole lot of players already that's calling Jay Monahan a hypocrite because he was saying one thing a few months ago, and now all of a sudden he's gone behind all the players back and did this now. And I also saw a post where they're calling for his head as well. It's like basically at a players meeting that they had. It was basically a 90-10 split where the guys were upset and 10% of the guys were like, whatever, let's just carry on. And it does look like they also are asking for a new management for the PGA Tour. So yeah, it's going to be interesting times the next few months.
Here's my question. Sorry, Paul, you want to go first?
No, I'm just saying that Monahan is full of shit. All the comments he made, everything like that all across, whether you liked it, whether you didn't, but I mean, you can't backtrack and say what he did, and then all of a sudden you take the money and say, "Oh, I think it's for the good of the game now." That's
okay.
There was one post from one of the players that's now currently on the PGA Tour that actually came out on his tweet that said that Phil Mickelson, in his tweet, he said Phil was right, that the PGA does whatever they want to do and they don't care about the rest. Yeah. So now it's like all that stuff that Phil actually said 2 years ago is actually materializing. It's materializing, and the players are seeing this now.
Exactly.
Here's my 2 cents worth. Right. All of this, but what does it matter if? Because the main thing is that with them being recognized, so obviously world ranking points, etc., how, if I'm a PGA Tour player and I want to go play in a live event, how does that work? Are you excluded from events? Do you have to qualify for events?
No,
it's going to be the guys on the live, when they're not playing their tournaments, can they go play back in the PGA Tour tournaments? Same with the DP guys. So what does that all mean? Because you can't, like, in my head, if you're merging, right, and you're trying to make one thing, then say, for instance, the PGA Tour have got some 2 or 3 random events that the players don't really play and there's not really money for it, and they slot in a live golf tournament into their schedule, but now you can only have 48 players playing, so who plays, and etc. So how do you merge this thing? I heard something about a team thing, but what's the point if you can't play in them?
Yeah, like Mass, like all those finer details are in the article that I read on the PGA's website. You know, it did say it's like all the finer details will come out before the end of this year, especially with the guys having left their memberships on the PGA Tour and European Tour for live, you know, to see how they can get their memberships reinstated and all that stuff. But I do think they're still going to run all 3 as an individual entity. So if you want to be on the PGA Tour, you need to go through the ranks, you need to pre-qualify for events and all that stuff. So I don't think they're going to change that structure. Yeah. So the thing with live, I think they might still keep it as a team format, so they might make more teams up. But I think that's going to be the fun element of golf. But you still need to qualify for it. So
but Europe is the one that loses out. Europe loses out with the Ryder Cup because those guys who were forced to resign, even if they get back on next week, they're too late for the year to play on the tour.
Yeah.
So they're stuffed.
But here's now the other thing, Paulie. So with this whole thing that came about, Rory, Tiger, and a few other pros were going to create their own teams thing from next year. So
yes,
now,
of course,
the big thing is, and I saw a post, the guys are saying, well, what's going to happen to this now? Is this just going to fall away? So it's going to be very interesting the next 2 to 3 months to see what develops from this.
But also, sorry, like there's money going to the PGA Tour, but why?
Well, I won't say PGA Tour. I think this is just the public investment fund. The public investment fund is going to basically be the key sponsor, I think, for the first year, from what I read. So they're going to be sponsoring us and funding the whole new entity. So yeah, it's like I think they're going to pull money from there for tournaments and this and that. So you know, I think the next few months is going to just see what happens. But I think we're in for an interesting ride.
And there's the answer right there, you know. because now all of a sudden you've got this massive pot of money that you don't have to go as a tour commissioner and find from sponsors. So you made your life much easier. So why not?
Well, Jay Monahan is sitting on a hot plate now because I think there's people out for his head, and I don't think it will be funny to see him past the end of the year as head of the PGA.
But it's not like
I would say.
He
I can't
say they
see
got
it.
rid of him. Excuse me. They get rid of him. They're still going to merge, right? So what's
Yeah, they're going to put Tiger in charge then. That's all.
excuse me.
Yeah.
No, Tiger still needs to play golf, man. Come on. Hold on.
Woo. All right, that's a good time to say goodbye before I choke to death. Thank you, boys.
Don't
Got
choke.
red. There was talk of combining the three tours as a new entity. Yeah, well, if that is what it is, Gary, it will be interesting to see how this all unfolds. Yes, we've taken up an hour of your time, literally an hour of your time. So thank you so much for watching. It was fun, good fun, and we'll see you at Reading. Play it back to go out soon, and we'll be back next week, I promise. All right. Thank you, everyone. Donnie,
Cheers, guys.
Friggy.
Cheers, guys.
Friggy, go work on
guys.
your six-pack. Donnie, go work on your chess. I think we need a chess tournament.
Yeah.
Because many of us play chess. Lekker. For those who are playing
Would be nice.
Centurion on Friday with me, yay. You then. Okay.
Cheers, guys.
Bye.
Cheers, Dan.
Bye.
Where's this
Bye.
button?